I just have to say, if you did not watch the Mob Wives finale that came on at 8 o'clock on Wednesday tonight, you missed out. Dude, this was one of the best finales that I think I'll see, or I think that I've seen in like the past 6 months. Like, it was just crazy. Like, it was one thing after another. Like, I literally was sitting like, I have to give, what's the word? Applause, accolades. I don't know. Fucking, I have to give it to VH1. They did their thing on this finale. The ending, the build up. It was just. When I tell you, like, this was a hell of a finale, and I'm glad to say I was able to see it. Like, it was insane. It was just crazy. Like, it was really, really, really crazy. I have so much to say. This might be a long review, so brace yourselves. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around. And then the sneak peek. Oh my god, I'll get into all that. But what's popping, you guys? I feel like I wear this shirt a lot, but it's so comfy. I love my Nike shirts. Don't hate. But let's get started with the episode. The last episode, well, before the final sit down. Okay. The episode starts off with the opening clip. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was different, because we saw it in the first episode, and now we're seeing it in the last episode. So that just gave more of the intense. Like, I just adored seeing it, and a lot of people were complaining about VH1 being like Oxygen, the opening clip and the editing. But I really enjoyed it, I really did, because it was something different. But the episode starts off with the opening clip, and then we go to the present. Well, then we see Renee. She's at her ballroom dancing recital. She's getting prepared to do her big performance. Marissa, Carla, Karen show up. Big Ange cannot come. She had a doctor's appointment. So, yeah. AJ shows up with his girlfriend, and Renee's friend shows up. Renee comes out. You can tell that she's nervous, but she did a good job. And like, Renee did a very good job, dancing and stuff like that. So that was really good to see that. She comes out, well, she finished dancing. She finishes dancing. She comes, sits down, like she thanks everyone for coming. That was cute. Next, we see Drita at Big Ange's house. And, she's still trying to recover from her surgery, but she's just happy she's cancer free. Then Drita starts talking about what Brittany told her about all the stuff that Karen said to Brittany. Drita says how Marissa told her that Karen started the rumors about Drita talking to the men, So Big Ange says how she had brunch with Marissa, and Marissa says she never said a name. So they show a clip that we didn't see of, I guess, Marissa and Big Ange, and I know Renee was there. I don't know who else was there. And Marissa just pretty much like, I never said a name. Drita is just pretty much putting a name to something that didn't have a name. So Big Ange tells Drita that, and Drita says how now Marissa's lying, and they all need to sit down in a room. And I've been saying this since the first episode aired, with Marissa talking to Drita about the situation. Marissa never said a name. Like, Drita literally, you can clearly see the footage. You can see it in the interviews. Drita clearly said, I know who it is. Karen Gravano. Marissa never even uttered a K word. She barely said the letter K in the sentence. So Drita literally made a conclusion that it was Karen. It was crazy. Drita starts going off about how Karen's going to have to move out of Staten Island, and how Marissa's new, and how she runs, and I'm just like, whoa there. Like, and You can always tell when Drita doesn't have anything to say or a point to make because she starts getting mad and she starts cursing 300 miles per hour. She starts saying this, saying that, this, you're a cunt, you're a twat, you suck dick, you're a fat bitch, you're a rat, and she just starts throwing 300 million curse words an hour at the person. So you know when Drita is just like, fuck. And Drita knows it's the truth. And I love Drita. But this episode, I'm going to have to drag her. I'm going to have to. I have to. So next we see Karen with Karina teaching her how to drive. Karen says how she has to end this feud with Drita so it won't go to the next generation. Now, you know, we all know from last week we saw a clip, and it was a sneak peek into this week's episode. We saw Karina telling Karen about Drita's kids side-eyeing her at school. And it was something like that. We didn't get to see that. But I honestly thought that scene was going to be this. But it wasn't. It was just Karen teaching Karina how to parallel park. Next, we see Drita at her house calling Marissa. Marissa answers and she's like, speaking of the devil, what's up? And Drita literally was like, she was like, who's this? Marissa's like, Marissa? She's like, well, I don't know who the fuck this is because I'm bent. And she starts saying how Marissa... And Drita starts saying how Marissa is saying she didn't say the thing she told Drita. She says how they all have to meet up, including Brittany. And then Marissa's like, why does your minion have to, you know, tag along with you? And then Drita, you know, she just starts going off. She's like, Karen's fat ass is on my shit list. And Marissa's like, you do realize you're hanging out with a family of rats, right? And she had a point. She had a point. I mean... I don't, because I'm not in that life, so I don't, you know, go around calling people rats. But from watching the show, for as long as I have, Brittany and her situation or her family, they would be considered rats. So, Drita, you're hanging out with rats, as Marissa did say. Drita starts going off about how Karen is a rat and how if Marissa hangs with a rat, she's a rat. She's just literally going off, like, and I guess Marissa's just like Marissa's face just said it all. She was just like, okay, because Drita really wasn't making any sense. Like, she wasn't. Drita was just going off. Like, I really think that, like, this season Drita lost it. Like, she was just, fuck you, motherfucker. It was like literally like seeing a rabid dog. Like, if I was Marissa, I would have just hung up. I would have been like, okay, I would have just hung up. But Drita hung up first. And once Drita hangs up, she goes. And I'm guessing that the producers are in the house while they're shooting. So she just goes in there with the producers. And she's like, make this meeting happen tomorrow. I don't want no bouncers, no security, nobody holding me back. She's like, I will hit a dude in front of everybody. I was just like, oh my God. And the producer's just like... It was crazy. So next, we see Drita in the car with Brittany. She says how she's going to tell Karen when to eat, when to drink, when to sit down, when to do this, when to do that. I'm like, Drita, you are insane. Like, I was just looking like, oh my gosh. Like, it's crazy. Then we see Karen and Marissa. Karen is like, Drita doesn't want to fight with her words, just her fists, because she won't win with her words. Because she doesn't want to hear the truth. And that is true. Drita wants to fight because she doesn't have words. Like Karen said, and Karen made a cool little statement. She was like, Drita wants to fight fists with facts. And I'm all for a good fight. I feel like if you disrespect me, we're going to fight. But I do know that the only reason I'm ready to fight somebody like that hard is either they really did something to piss me off, or I have nothing else to say. Or I have nothing to say. And that's how, like it is with Drita. Drita doesn't really have a legit reason, besides what Brittany told her, as to why she wants to fight Karen. So she just is going to fight Karen. You can't say you want to, like, it's kind of like, you can't put, I guess, okay, this is going to sound stupid, but you can't put Okay, you can't put, okay, you don't know where you're going if you don't have the address. Drita doesn't have the address, so she doesn't even know where she's going. It's kind of like she's just going off of what she is thinking. Like, she's calling Karen a rat. I don't know how Karen is a rat. She never gave a legit reason why she kept calling Karen a rat. You know, she's saying Karen said she was doing that with him, and I'm like, Karen never said, Marissa never said a name. So it's just like, Drita is just really, like, looking crazy right now because it's like, okay, what is the real issue that you have with Karen right now? Because I'm confused and everyone else is confused. Karen says she'll fight her if she has to, but she doesn't want to. And Marissa's like, how she'll have more respect for Drita if Drita just says, well, Marissa, I thought you said Karen, my bad. Because Drita doesn't realize that she's making Marissa look like a liar and a messy liar at that. Because it's like she's saying Marissa said Karen, Marissa saying she didn't say Karen. Well, y'all know Marissa didn't say Karen, so it's kind of like, Drita, what are you doing? We see Ange and Carla and Renee talking. Renee's like, maybe if they sit and have a conversation and get, you know, and it does get physical, then maybe it'll get better. Karen's like, they're gonna kill each other, and it's true. Like, it's not gonna happen. We get to the meeting. Drita is on 3000 right now. She's just ready. She's like on fire. You could literally feel the heat coming from her through the TV. Karen and Marissa arrive. As soon as they walk through the door, Drita's like, what's up, punk ass motherfuckers? Fucking rat. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, Drita, can they at least sit down before you just attack? Like, it was crazy, like, crazy. They sit down. Marissa starts it off. She starts it off by saying, well, Drita, we're here in reference to ... Before Marissa can't even finish her conversation, like her sentence, Brittany jumps in. We're not going to represent anything. I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, you can tell Brittany was ready for Marissa. She was ready for Marissa to even speak too loud. She's like, we're not. So now Brittany's like, we're not going to represent anything. What is your claim and your this and your affiliation with this lifestyle and this culture? And Marissa's like, just be quiet. Marissa killed me. She was like, don't speak. Be still. Just don't speak. I would have been angry. I would have been like, Brittany, can I at least talk before you get on me? Like, Marissa barely said 10 words, and Brittany's like, no, we're not gonna reference to this. We're gonna do this. What is your? Show me some receipts. I'm like, oh gosh, Jesus. So of course, they start arguing. Marissa said, you know, she started saying how she's gonna shove Brittany back up her mother's. I'm not gonna lie, these girls have the best insults ever. Like, they have nothing on nothing. Like, the things that they say are just, it'd be like, is it really possible to do that? Like, I'm gonna have to say it. When Marissa's like, I'm gonna shove you back up your mother's whore cunt. Like, oh, how do you do that? Like, who says that? Like. But I must say, they have inspired me to expand my vernacular when it comes to profanity. They honestly have. They've encouraged me. They've influenced me. I'm an influence. I'm a product of my environment. Drita starts shaking. She's like, oh my God. I don't think I can do this. I'm like, oh my God, Drita, you're so extra. And then Karen's like, what are you talking about? You called this meeting. Drita's like, yeah, who you talking shit about? Karen's like, you bitch. Drita's like, do something about it. Drita gets up yelling, talk about do something about it. They had security on 10. Like, it was literally like security guards at every exit, every entrance, from to the side, to the left. Like, you was not even finna move your hand without security being right there on your ass. Like, they knew it was gonna be a bloodbath if they only had two security guards. It was not. They had the fucking military from the United States government in that bitch. It was crazy. Drita's like, you're talking shit because security's here. Karen's like, I ain't say nothing, you dumb and dramatic bitch. I swear to God, when Karen said that, I couldn't help but laugh. Like, Karen's like, you dumb dramatic bitch. Before Karen can even finish out the dramatic bit, Drita just flips it. She flips out and flips the table. And you can't really see much from the angles, but you just see Karen reaching over like she was trying to pull hair. We all know Karen can't fight. We already know that. But we see Karen reaching over. Security was like that. Security broke that shit up so fast. Security grabs him. Somehow, some way, some world, some realm, sometime, someplace, Brittany loses it and starts grabbing plates. Now, I don't know if she was trying to throw them at Marissa. I have no idea. Because all you see is Drita jump up, flip the table, a bunch of commotion, and you just see Brittany being held back by security, grabbing a bunch of plates, knocking them down. From my view, she was trying to throw them at Marissa. That's what I thought she was trying to do. It just goes crazy. The producers have to come out and they ask, do you guys just want to get to the point and continue the conversation? Karen and Marissa are like, we came to sit down and talk, and it's the truth. Like, Karen and Marissa, they came to sit and have a conversation. Brittany and Drita, they came to fight, strictly to fight. They did. Drita starts yelling from the back. They're just going at it. The producers are like, can you guys sit and have a conversation, or can we call it a night? They still arguing. Drita is yelling at Karen. Karen's talking about how Lee is cheating on Drita and he making her like a fool. It was just too much. It was too much. Like, this was probably one of the most, even though it was like really quick, like, it was so intense. Like, everything was just so intense. It was like, I just loved it all. I just soaked it all up. But I did. But I guess after a while, they realized that they weren't going to be able to sit down and have a conversation. Drita was just ready to kill Karen. She just over there like, I can't do this. Oh my God, I'm going to kill them. Karen is just, it was a mess. But they gotta go their separate ways. Next, we see Karen with Karina at her photo shoot. We see Renee with AJ and his girlfriend at dinner. We see Carla with her kids ice skating. And we see Drita fixing dinner with her family. When they were about to show Lee, I literally like rose up. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. But of course they didn't show his face. I figured that like they weren't going to show his face. But the fact that we were even able to get a camera on him was a big improvement for the season finale, for the series finale, I must say. Then we see Big Ange at her home. She's talking to her family, saying how, now she has brain cancer, and they always say good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people, and that is the God honest truth. For Big Ange to have lung, throat, and brain cancer, that is, but God got her. She says how she's got rid of Neil because all he does is stress her out. I guess Neil was like, oh my gosh. But that was that with Ange. And the part that made me tear up a little bit was the ending when you see Karen, Renee, and Carla all walking in like this little park. And then it flashes back to... And then they were playing their original song. So you just see them three. And then it flashes back to the opening sequence from the, like the older seasons. And it was them three. But the difference was, it was four. It was Drita, Carla, Karen, Renee. It was just Carla, Renee, Karen. And you saw Drita come in and she was like, I'm watching you. And that was just like the end of it. It was like VH1 did an amazing job with this finale. They honestly did. Like they did. I have to give it to them. They did. It was really amazing. It was. But before I go, I have to talk about the sneak peek that they showed us during the commercial before the final sit down. I was surprised that they didn't want to do a reunion, but I'm glad they didn't. Because I think a sit down is much more better. It's different. But when Drita walked in, and she saw... Drita, I love Drita. I do. Even though she made no sense, I love her. Drita walked in. Get up, Karen. It was a whip. Now you can tell that Drita didn't make that. Security was so deep they didn't make contact. But just seeing that get up Karen was crazy. Like Drew the litter, Drew, she didn't even take that. Drew had that damn fur coat on with a scarf. All she did was drop her purse, and you can tell Karen was like, "Oh shit, damn, I forgot this bitch was coming." And they got it crack-a-lacking. But that was the end of Mob Wives. Oh my gosh, I'm really gonna miss it. I am. It was a good show. It honestly was a good show, even though it highlighted, like a terrible lifestyle that, oh my god, was just brutal. The show itself was good. It was entertaining, and I loved every minute of it. But thank you guys for watching. The finale was everything, so I'm excited for the sit down. But let's not forget what is coming on Monday, March 14th. Bad Girls Club, season 15, episode 1. It's gonna go down. I was watching the Making It to the Mansion special, and I really, honestly, am looking so forward to this season. Like, I am. I really am. I can't wait. As a matter of fact, I might do a video for the Making It to the Mansion special. I really might. So I might do. I'll see. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on Sunday with my Real Housewives of Atlanta season finale review. Oops.